For sure, we are live here in the smoky section. My man, Joshua McKeever. My dude, my
Yo,
dude, my dude. Thank you for coming to the show, bro.
yo, it's grrr, you already know your boy out here and stop playing. It's poppin'.
Man, for everybody who might not know who you are, give them a little rough bio of what you do, where you've been, all that, and then we'll go from there and get a little in depth.
Alright, well, my name's Hour, or That Man Hour, aka Junior S. Dot under solo. You already know. Other name is BX, because I'm from the Bronx, New York. Another one is East Hype, because I'm from the East Coast, and I bring the hype to the East for me. Um, and then I go by Mo Bass because I'm a producer. I make beats, drummer. Let's see. I'm a dad of two, oldest of seven. Just recently engaged as well. Trying to put my fiance.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that. Um, yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Besides me being funny and annoying to people.
Yeah, man, dude. Let's talk about that really real quick, dude. Fucking, you got
Sure.
engaged recently, dude.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. I'm definitely engaged. I know a lot of people. I know my friends that know me from back in the day was like, "Oh my God, ours freaking engaged, man." But yeah, when you find that one that makes you take that step out of your comfort zone and be a new person, you'll definitely make it. And that's what my fiance does for me.
What would you say some things that she helped you step out of your comfort zone with?
I due to things that happened in my past, I didn't trust a lot of women. Well, I
Mm,
didn't trust women at all, to be honest. Besides, like my siblings and my mother and my couple of best friends. Other than that, I didn't trust women. I wasn't looking to be in a relationship at the time that we started talking. So when it happened out of nowhere, I was just like, okay, I guess we'll go with this and see where it's going. But it was never my intention to be in a relationship at the time. And then with her at and her on top of that, because I had a crush on her for a while. Like we met well, years ago because she used to krump. She used to be under Sleek from
okay.
Connecticut. So I've met her on the East more than once. Although she was pretty, she had a nice smile. I had a crush on her, but um, the times when I did see her, I was single and she wasn't. So then I let it go. And then when I would get into a relationship, then she would be single. And I'm like, well, I don't cheat or anything. So, I'm faithful to my relationship. I'm not going to like step out or anything. But after, and then we lost touch. We didn't speak for like years. And then I was rooming with Sleek in 2018 because we were both at Full Sail for music. He's just on the phone on one night when we in the car. And I'm like, yo, who that? And he's like, oh, this Jessica. You remember Jessica? I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah, that's Shorty. So I'm like, oh, yeah, tell her I said, what's up? And she wrote me and was like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, is she single right now? You single? I'm single. You single? Let's get, let's try to make something happen. So we started talking, and at first she tried to bro me and throw me in the friend zone, and I was like, no, I'm not a friend zone type of dude. I like you. Stop playing with me. Stop bro with me. Like I'm not your bro. I'm trying to get down. Stop playing.
Hmm.
And she was like, oh, excuse me, blah blah blah. And she didn't even know it was like that. And the rest is history.
There
three
you
years
go.
later, 3 years later, we're engaged and all that.
That's beautiful, bro. Sometimes, yeah, like I've noticed with some people, dude, it's like, bro, first off, apply pressure. If you
Have to.
want
You
something,
have to. If you want something, go for it, bro. Don't matter what nobody say. Don't let your doubt get to you. Don't think somebody's like. For some dudes, they be thinking some women is out of their league. Like, no, don't ever think that. Have confidence in yourself. Go for what you want. The worst that could happen is a no.
yeah,
That's the worst that could happen.
yeah. And me and one of the homies was talking about it yesterday. It's like, sometimes there's a weird thing in life with timing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, timing is everything, bro. And sometimes you think you're on the right time and you're really not.
hmm
It's really like that for real.
yeah, and especially if it's for you, if it's truly for you, it'll find its way around, and you'll find your way to it.
For a fact. For a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, damn right. So, dude, she was a crumper. That's tight, bro. That's
She's
super
a, she's
tight.
a, she was a crumper. She dances. She's hella good at choreography. Like she's a beast. Like how I'm good in crump, she's good in choreography like that.
Okay.
And then now she's on her artist thing. She sings. She has music out. um, I produced her music, and she has some more coming out soon too. So we're making a couple moves right now.
That's dope, man. I always get really excited when I see like people, especially artists that are together and they start collaborating on things, dude, because that could be really, that's really powerful.
It get,
You know what I mean?
it can be stressful with some people, but thankfully we don't butt heads like that.
Hmm.
Um, we understand the process of creation, and then we understand that we can't do everything on our own separately. But with us working together, like we can do anything.
And then, so, and you originally started crumping up north, or were you out in
Mm-hmm.
Florida? Okay.
Nah, I started crumping in New York in '07, September '07, the end of the month. I'll never forget it because um, my mom, R&B, had brought um, Rise home one night for a family movie night. And, excuse me, she brought Rise home one night and watching the movie. And there's a part in the movie I didn't know at this time, but this dude was doing a wobble, but
Mm-hmm.
he was doing it hella playful. And my mom was like, "Oh, I can see you doing that because that's hella like playful. And I like to play around, I like to kid around, joke around." So she's like, "That'd be perfect for you." And at the time, I was getting light at the time, Harlem Shake getting light and shit like that. So the wobble like kind of like looked like the Harlem Shake except it's full body. Um, but yeah, she was like, "You think you could do that?" Like at the end of the movie, and I like got up and like tried to imitate it. And like this feeling that I got when I like imitated the movement, it was like a rush, bro. Like I've never felt nothing like that ever. And the moment I did that, I was like, "Oh no, I gotta get into this because this is I've never felt like that." And then just so happened, my neighbor, like 2 3 houses over at the time, his cousin was under this dude named Destroyer from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Destroyer at the time was like he was a heavy hitter in New York as it was growing at the time. And he used to see us messing around at the parties, doing the fake krump, how everybody used to do back in the day with the clowning and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mike introduced us to his cousin and was like, "Oh, I know somebody that really krumps. Like, if you're really trying to get into it, I'll introduce you, and we can go from there." He introduced us, and we started labbing in the September of '07 at John Jay College in Queens. It was Destroyer, Mike, Johnny, and a couple other people. And then from then on, I just stayed consistent. A lot of people that I started with don't even dance anymore.
Mm.
So I guess you could say the last one.
Well,
It
yeah,
was
man. I feel like especially for people who are hitting, especially like for crump wise, but even me, like guys I started dancing with in like 2009, 2010 in the choreo scene, they're all,
yeah,
they're all on their big boy, super big
yeah,
boy
yeah,
jobs. And so they're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to dance.
Life hit him. Life hit him.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
I
mean,
understand that.
it's crazy, you're also a father. Yeah, father
Yes,
of two. So
father of two. My baby girl Symphony and my other daughter Lyric. Lyric lives in Virginia with her mother, and Symphony lives in Staten Island with her mother and her three sisters. I think she's the oldest of three, well, four now. Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
I
so
love them. Symphony's into anime. She loves anime. Uh, she streams. She used to stream. I don't know why she stopped, but she used to stream Call of Duty for a second. So she's into gaming and anime and things like that. That's what's up. And then Lyric is into singing and dancing.
that's cool, man, and that's tight to see that as far as artistically, it's obviously in the family. You know what I mean? And
Definitely,
then
I love it. I love it.
and then two, I know. I mean, for me, I got my one boy, and it's always been a
Nice.
pleasure. What was that?
I said nice. I didn't know. Nice.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. My
I
one
want a
boy.
boy so bad. Oh my god, I can't wait. I want a boy so bad.
Yeah, man, the little dude. He's four now, and it's so tight when we're dancing together, and he decides to dance. You know what I mean? Or
Yes, that must. Oh man, that must be awesome.
yeah, yeah, dude, it's something crazy, especially thinking here. I've done everywhere from choreo to krump now and all everything in between. I'm closing in on 15 years almost, and it's like,
Nice.
damn, bro,
Congrats
like,
on that. That's consistency. Congrats on that for real.
yeah, dude, yeah. I mean, I was living out in the East for a while too. I was out in North Carolina,
Mm,
most of my life actually, and then moved to Cali when I was about 15, 16 to start dancing.
okay.
Um, yeah, and
Oh, he moved early.
bro, I remember seeing fucking Rise in 2008, and I always tell the stories. Like, my sister comes in, she goes, "Dude, you need to see this."
Uh,
And we pulled up a YouTube, and it was J Slot. It
mm,
was J Slot. There was a
that's
video
the
of J
homie.
Slot, and then another video of Tie Dyes. It was like the greatest crumper anthem YouTube, and
Okay,
it's
I know exactly what video you're talking about.
bro, homie spazzing on there, dude. So that really got me to like want to start learning how to dance. I mean, I didn't find krump itself until about 2015. Yeah, 15,
Okay,
16ish. So,
okay.
but that, yeah, it's a journey. You know how that goes, man. And how does it make you feel? Seeing that as you look back, like this long journey that you've had. Like now you're in Cali. What I mean, ever
It's
since starting in New York
man,
to here now.
it's crazy that I'm in Cali in the first place because I've said numerous times that I would never move to Cali, bro. I've said it on multiple occasions that I would never move out here, bro, because I just can't deal with people out here like how they move, how they act, or none of that. I just never could get with it. But my fiance, she lived out here uh, for some years before she had moved to Florida with me. And
Mhm.
once I was done with Florida, like once I was done with school in Florida, she said that she wanted to come back. And I'm just like, man, mm, I love you, so I'll make the move. And so we came back out here. So we've been out here 2 years. So 22, yeah, 2 years. We've been out here 2 years. I can't wait to leave. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But um, the journey has been crazy for myself and seeing where Crump has been and has gone since I started. I started in '07, so I got in around the Christ Up era. I got in around that Christ Up era when everybody was still coming off of XM and breakdowns and major breakdowns and things like that. To see where it is now is really crazy. I've really been through some. I've really been through like Crump style changes, like major ones too, not small ones. Like it's been major style changes of Crump consistently for some '07 to now. That's what 15 years. Maybe 15 years in September. So I it's probably changed about 5, 6 times. I'm not gonna lie, if not more. I can't be overshooting that. Cannot. It has changed probably about like 5, 6 times. I've seen people go with the change, like they'll go with the wave, and I've seen people like fade out because they couldn't keep up with the style change. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
been like 5, 6. To see that is crazy because you yourself have to stay original, but still keep up with the style change. Like you have to find your originality in the style. A lot of people try to go not go against the style, but like try to fight the wave and end up
Mm.
getting pushed back because they want to be an individual. You can still be an individual in the style. You still have to respect the dance or respect the style of what's going on at the moment. You can't come to a session while a session's going on and just start your own session over here. Everybody gonna look at you like, why you not over here? Like everybody's over here. Like move this way, bring the energy this way. So it's like a lot of people try to focus on being themselves, like an individual, like set apart individual, though. Like not an individual that's working with everybody. Like, it's still possible to be yourself and work with everybody. So
Yeah,
seeing,
cooperation.
yeah,
Cooperation
yeah,
is key.
it's okay. It's okay to go along and be yourself still. Like, you don't have to. It's not like you don't have to be a yes man to go along. You can be yourself and still go along with everyone. That's how we work. To feed off of each other. That's how energy works. It bounces back and forth.
Hmm.
So yeah, seeing this journey is crazy. In the 50, and it's only been 15 years for me. So I
Yeah,
know it's crazier for other people that have been in longer, that have like really been around since the beginning.
yeah, I trip out, dude. I think sometimes like when I look back and think of like where did Crump start, and some people ask and you start explaining, it's like, yeah, dude, these were 15 and 16-year-old young black men and women in South
Boy,
Central LA.
we're on TV like consistently now. Like Chrome is
Yeah, bro.
consistently on TV now. Before they didn't even want us in the studios.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're taking over studios. We're winning all styles tournaments with Crump, and
Mm-hmm.
we're in now we're in more movies consistently, and like but in the forefront. Like we're not in the back anymore. But
Mm-hmm.
slowly but surely, like we're moving like to where we should be. It would be going faster if more people cooperated together and didn't think that they had to do everything by themselves, so they
Mm-hmm.
can get the recognition that they did. Like I did this. Like you can still be a part of something and say I did this because you were a part of making that happen. But yeah, too many people want to be the it guy, which is to be honest, it's too much work to be the it guy if you really want to be real about it. Like you want to be honest about it, and a lot of people aren't cut for that work. They just
Mm-hmm.
want the recognition of being that it guy. So their name has to be on stuff, or they have to be the face of something. When you really don't. But it's usually the people that aren't the face that are usually doing most of the work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, everyone wants to be a what is it? Everybody wants to be gangster until it's time to do gangster shit. You know what I
Right,
mean?
like to some real gangsters walking, and it's like, oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's okay,
Yeah,
okay.
everybody wants to be leader. Everybody wants to be the man until it's time for
Until
real
it's time
milk.
to, right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z say, something like everybody want to be the boss until the checks roll in. Until you
Oh,
gotta
yep.
pay, stuff, like you gotta pay out everybody. Yeah.
What would you have to say, looking back too, what would you have to say is either like your favorite era or favorite time that you experienced in Crump?
Hmm. I want to say honestly, it was a hectic time, but it was still a fun time. I would have to say the ESK days. That was like, uh, what was that? 2010 maybe? No, it had to be like 11, like 11 to like 12. No, 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 10. It's like 10 to 12 somewhere. It was only a couple of years, maybe three. But them ESK days were so hectic. Oh my gosh! But it was so much fun because that time the East was heavy. Like the East was so active. Uh, there was nobody fucking with us at that time. Nobody. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says. There was nobody fucking with the East at that period. When ESK was made, and the East was all on one accord, everybody was still coming up, like getting these stripes. We was too hungry. We had too much fire. It was a crazy. It was, oh man. It was a really crazy time. That time was probably my favorite. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
there's
probably my
always
favorite.
there's always times when I see the East Side guys, they're like, "Man, y'all don't know about the ESK days, man. Y'all soft, y'all soft." It's like,
Yo, the ESK days, yo, man. Oh man, I remember we went to North Carolina. Was it North Carolina? I think this is when we first met Native and we put him on ESK. And we went there and I think it was Spartan. All of yeah, him and he just all of a sudden just started getting off on Native. And then wound up like ripping his shirt mid battle. And everybody just kept crumping. Like it was everybody just kept getting off. We was like, okay, let's go then. He can just keep whatever. Yeah, whatever. He ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing. I think just keep going. It was crazy. I remember, man, in Bishop, I remember staying in Bishop Clay's house, bro. This, I felt it. It was a crump weekend, so we there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, sometimes even longer sometimes. 'Cause we would just chill at Bishop's house because he had this big, big house, man. Either we was there or we was at the Knights room, Knights Inn hotel. But I remember this one time, there was a bunch of us crumpers sleeping at Bishop House, and I'm on the couch, and all of a sudden, I'm just waking up because I'm just hearing music, mad loud music in my ear and screaming. Bro, I wake up, there is a bunch of niggas behind me getting off. A whole session behind the couch, bro. Like literally, if anybody like slipped and fell, they'd have tipped over the couch and fell on me type close. Like they're right on my neck, bro. I'm like, I know that's not what I wake up. I'm half asleep like this, bro. Look over the couch, bro. They're getting off. I'm like, dang, bro, what? So I get up. I'm trying to go. So I'm like, I'm up now. So I'm out to the bathroom. Bishop gonna turn around and go, nah, you can't go to the bathroom until you get off. I'm like, bro, I gotta go pee. What you mean? I just woke up. I got more than breath. Like, what are you talking about? Get off of me. He's like, nah. Now he in front of me. He in front of me, like moving it back and forth, like, nah, you gotta get off right now. Right now in the session, right now. I'm like, yo, if you don't move, I'ma hit you. I'm gonna hit you. I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, nah. Now, not Bishop, not small. So if I hit him and he hit me back, we gonna tussle. Like we wrestled before. Bishop is big and strong. He worked out. So I'm like, nah, can't really hit him. So he's like, yeah, nah, get off. I'm like, whatever, man. I danced for like 2 seconds, bro. I threw like two arm swings and chest pops. I was like, nah, now move now, man. We're in the bathroom. Come on, what you waking me up for like this? I gotta get off before I pee, bro.
hmm
Crazy for times, bro. It was, those were the days, man. Them ESK days was fun, bro.
Yeah, that type of dude, like that's always been a dream, man. Like I remember when, wrestling, before my pops had passed away and all this stuff, dude, my house was the house for all the dancers. People could pull
That's what's
up,
up.
session in the garage, all that. You could smoke, drink.
Mm-hmm.
You never cared. Just don't let him see it. If he walks in the room, it could be cloudy. Just put everything down, guys. Like, oh, Mr. Andrade's here. But
Yeah.
you'll come check in on us, make sure we and then boom, music turns back on, and we're back at it. 2, 3, 4 in the morning sometimes, man, and
Jeez. Same,
that
man, for
really
real.
breeds when you're able to have a house like that. That's why when they say like, "Oh, y'all don't understand," like Mama I's house or Mama Toon's house, all these people like,
Right.
but I get it, or like
I get what
even
they yeah, I get what they mean. I get what they mean totally.
those 4 safe walls is all Crumpers need, dude. Just 4 safe walls, bro, and you
And
could
it's
breed
home.
some
And
crazy
it's home.
dancers.
Mm-hmm. Bro. The session we would session in what it was like a day. He had a day room. Then he had a big backyard and a garage. We were session in the garage. Sometimes we was in the driveway. I'm talking like 30, 40 people at times when it was crump weekends, like 30, 40 people. And then when it was just the Virginia movie, maybe about 10 or 15, because DC and Maryland would drive up sometimes and then we do a big session. But if it was a crump weekend, 30, 40 man in the garage, heavy, just a bunch of crump happening, man. It was good times for real, for real, for real.
And so these days now, what's some that you want to see or that you would hope to see happening in the movement or like with dancers individually?
In the movement, I'd like to see more dancing and less arguing. People
Mm.
love to argue with no dancing. And if you're gonna argue and then dance, please be up to par with what you argued with. Like, let your bite be as loud as your bark, or as hard as your bite. As your bite and hard as your bark. Like, don't be loud and then no buck. Like, come on. I
Hmm.
definitely would like to see more dancing and less arguing. The East is getting back together. Like, I love to see it. The East is definitely becoming on one accord again. Uh, the 413 and Max area, Springfield, all of them, they bought food for all of them. They getting crazy. New York is coming back together. I see. Um, Florida's getting active again. Jacksonville's always been active. Shout out to them. Little Machine, QJ, Milo, Masala, all of them. Cam, all of them. um, in the movement, um, I just like to see more. understanding, uh, being on one accord, like understanding where we're trying to go, so that everybody can fall in line, and without any pride. Like falling in line doesn't mean like you're like below anybody. It just means we're just all on the same wave, like we're going in the same motion. Like you fucking up the motion when you going this way and we trying to go this way. Like you're only hurting yourself at the end of the day, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and more respect for the dance. I don't feel like people respect dance, like dance itself, like meaning putting time and effort into something,
Mm-hmm.
and then actually like creating and giving time to create something instead of just doing whatever. That's not respectful to the dance or yourself as a
Mm-hmm.
dancer. If you want to call yourself a dancer and a professional dancer at that, like respect dance, respect music. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, there's something in that for myself too, man. Like respecting dance was it was taught to me because I'm Native American, and so we would do these dances and or powwow dances, whatever, and they represent certain things, you
Yes,
know. So we had to honor that, and you need to have that in your mind when you're dancing. Think that these steps I'm doing is for a cause. There's a reason I'm doing this.
hmm,
And on top of that, I'm dancing because there's people who can't dance no more.
right.
Maybe they're sick or they passed on or just ain't got it in them. Their body's given up. So
Yes,
it's my duty to dance hard for them, and dance well and respect my dance.
yes, yes,
And, going even bigger than that, there's whole cultures that dedicate deities, to the art of music and dance. So
right,
so it's like, dude, respect this shit. Have fun, have
right.
fun. It's not that deep, but
It's
let's
not. It's not. I promise.
yeah, dude, why are we arguing, bro? Like, what is
Because
this
of pride.
even?
Pride.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Um, Especially since I've came in, I feel like that was kind of around up a time where heavy hitters, OGs, and rookies like kind of started becoming a thing, really.
Okay.
Even like with Buckster, they had the OGs versus vets, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so it's kind of weird for me. I was like, dude, I don't care what you guys call me, I'm still gonna dance and do what I do.
Right. Right. For a fact. For a
Yeah,
fact.
so to see those arguments of no, I'm a OG, no, I'm a vet, no, you're a heavy hitter, no, you're a rookie, is like, dude, this
I
is
don't
going in
care.
circles.
I don't care. I've had a couple people try to call me OG before. I was like, hell no. I don't
Hmm.
even want that title. I could never have that title. People call me a vet before. I was like, I'm not even that. Like, I don't care about titles, bro. All I care about is if we battling or if we session. That's all I care about. That's all I care about.
Hmm.
Dance. That's it. I don't care about ranks. None of that. None of that means anything.
No.
At the end of the day, that means nothing. What are you bringing to the table is what matters. How are
Hmm.
you? How are you helping the community? What are you doing for yourself? That's what matters. That rank shit is pointless sometimes, but there is a uh, there are levels. I won't
Hmm.
lie about that. There are levels to this shit, but
Hmm.
at the end of the day, somebody could be on a high level just because of name and not because of skill or because they put in work to get there. They probably just did like one thing, like they had one good battle or one good session in the top. They gave top for a second, and now people put them up there, but they don't need to be there.
Hmm.
That doesn't matter to somebody that's not that people don't consider on that level. They consider them down here, but they get into a battle and then this person beats that person.
Hmm.
So that level of stuff doesn't matter, but there is levels to it.
And I think too, some people have a hard time of being, humble enough to say, "Yeah, I might be a great dancer. Yeah, you're a great dancer, but
Right,
you haven't done anything great in krump yet. Like body of work,
and that's okay,
and that's fine."
and that's okay.
Hmm.
You have to be okay with knowing that's okay. and
Mm-hmm.
people have an issue with that because they want to be seen in the light,
Mm-hmm.
whatever whatever hood fame comes with being in the light of
Mm-hmm.
Crump. That's what they want. They want that attention. So they they argue for it instead of just working for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The way I was taught was the body of work will never need explanation because people will be able to read it clearly. So for me, like this podcast, I'm trying to add into my body of work for Crump. If this is a way that I can meet people and they can, talk about their stories or talk about this
Right,
and that. It's like, okay, this is a part of my body of work, and this is only beginning. I mean, this is
right,
in,
and that's
uh,
giving, back, and that's giving back. So you're already giving back.
yeah, absolutely, dude. I can't. That exchange, for me, happens outside the dance floor. I love to give just as much as I like to receive. I like to give double as much as I receive. So that part, yeah, respecting dance, dude. People gotta learn respect, man. Learn a
For a
little bit
fact,
more respect.
and respect for others too.
Hmm.
But that
Speak,
but that would come with respecting the dance.
dude. And speaking of which, I did wanna ask you about fucking how are you feeling about the Super Bowl, dude?
Honestly, I don't watch sports like that anymore, bro. But I know it's the Rams and the who.
It's Rams and Bengals,
Bengals.
but they
I haven't
have
heard the Bengals in the Super Bowl in a minute. I know that.
yeah, they're like the first time I think ever. I think or they have
I'm
their
about to say
first chance to ever win a championship, and it's like their first time since the '80s since they've been
yeah,
in
I
the
haven't
Super
heard
Bowl.
their name up there in a while, so I know that much.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's what's up. I mean, who's the underdog team? I always go for the underdog team.
Uh, I think they're saying the Rams is
The
starting to look
Rams.
like the underdog. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I've seen a
Uh,
lot. Who likes the Rams? That's on my tongue. Knucklehead.
hmm.
Knucklehead's always heavy with the Reds. So I've seen them a lot because of him. I know Bad News is mad about the Cowboys.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I've been even debating watching it, dude, ever since the whole trying to employ dancers for free bullshit came out.
Yo, that whole oh man, I don't even know like how to feel about that because things like that is what hinders the dance community and why people don't like the industry doesn't take dancers serious sometimes and
Hmm.
why they see dancers as less than. Um, there was a I saw to piggyback on that. I'll go back to that, but to piggyback on that, I saw a whole like back and forth on Instagram about this artist that had a bunch of dancers in her video, and she made an Instagram post and tagged everybody in the post, but
Hmm.
the dancers. And then the
Wow.
dancers was like, "Where's our tag?" And this and the third. And the person that made the post was like, "There was no more space or room in the caption to tag them." And they was like, okay, you could have tagged us in the comments, or you could have tagged us in like the actual post instead of a comment or something. And they just never changed it, and then it just blew up about how the industry doesn't respect dancers as an artist, like they just see us as props or extras
Hmm.
when the dancers are what makes the video and it makes the people who want to watch the video most of the time. We're making your videos. Only people that give dancers credit is people like Missy Elliott or Janet Jackson. Like they're the ones that like really like push their dancers, like show their dancers like for real. Like these are artists too. Like they're helping me create my what I see in my head and my visions, and it's coming to life because of them. Like they show them love all the time, but a lot of people don't respect dancers, which is really crazy. And that's why and that's why posts can happen, like what happened at the Super Bowl, asking people just for exposure. You want us to work rehearsals. You want
Hmm.
us to come to rehearsals. You want us to travel to rehearsals to dance and maybe this God forbid, but maybe get injured during rehearsal because of what you're teaching and how hard you're going to be teaching for 12 hours, they said, for like
Hmm.
3 days. That you want me to, so that's 36 days, almost a day and a half. You want me to give a day and a half of my life up, and you're not going to pay me? but
Mm-hmm.
it's just for exposure and that people exposure for what? Because it's going to be a big crowd, so they might not even see you. You might even have mask on, so they're not even going to know who you are in the first place. So what exposure am I getting? And then I saw some people say that it would be good for people who's like up and coming, like just getting in dance for the experience. And no, no, no. Respect them too. Like they're getting in, so respect them coming in. That's not what you do to people who just coming in.
Mm-hmm. I
And
mean,
the ones that, yeah, yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
asking for the dancer, it
Right.
should it should come with something a little more feasible, you know.
Like it makes no logical sense, bro. Like that's it's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
It's disrespectful. There's no other way to say it, but it's really disrespectful. Let me get a day of your life, but I'm not gonna give you nothing for it. I just want to work you, and that's it. That's like me going
Yeah.
to work and not getting paid for that day. What? Why did I
Mm-hmm.
come here? What? No, that's
Yeah. There,
crazy, bro.
for and I remember I seen some of the I like seen a screenshot of some of the contract, and yeah, it was like a couple days. There was two separate locations for rehearsals. Then, yeah, these were like full ass 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 hour rehearsals that they had scheduled.
It's
Um,
crazy.
no reimbursement for food, no reimbursement for transportation.
What?
So
Like who's doing this?
yeah,
Who's doing this, bro?
yeah.
Like in like who in their logical mind as a dancer that wants to be respected as an artist is doing this? That would be crazy, bro.
And it's crazy that they asked the agencies. They actually talked to like Block LA and places that are supposed to protect dancers.
And it makes no sense. That makes no sense, like at all. It
Dude,
really
I'm
makes no sense.
hoping.
It's really disrespectful, man. I pray like a lot of dancers don't go, man, because if they
Hmm.
do, then it will continue, like it will perpetuate more like more posts like that. Like, all right, they did this, so I can get them to do this, and I can do that. Like, you know, I really hope a lot of dancers don't go, man. It's gonna be a bad look.
It would be something, I think, they could guarantee if they could guarantee certain screen time, right? Like your face will be on the screen for
On
so
the
many seconds. You know what I mean? Because then you could take your little clip, post it on your Instagram, and make your little dollars that way. But I
right,
feel like
that 1 2
still,
seconds matter, but you're barely gonna get that in a big crowd like that.
dude.
They
And
can't
why? I
promise
mean,
everybody. They can't promise everybody. You know.
why do people have to even say this exposure will be good for your Instagram? Well, what if I don't have one? What if I don't want one?
See, some people don't even have Facebook and things like that. Like I know people like that. Like I have to
Hmm.
text some people. They don't have Instagram, Facebook. Like, you have to text some people. It's
They're really
crazy.
off the grid with it.
Like
Really, really
like
off.
off the grid, bro. So yeah, that's true. Like yeah, that's very true. Very true.
God damn right. Do you have any new music or anything coming up too on that limb?
Me personally, I am working on a krump mixtape. I'm trying to get it done maybe by the summer or around my birthday again, like an anniversary type thing. But I have a few things out already produced for Kyrie.
Oh,
He already put that out. I got some stuff coming out for Proof, and then I got some stuff coming out with Sleek, like collab wise. But yeah, so
okay.
I'm cooking some stuff for that. I am well, not me personally, but my fiance is about to put out more music produced by me. Um, uh, and yeah, so we got some music coming real soon. Um,
God damn.
I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link for her music that she has out right now. Temporary Love, her single that's out right now. Spotify, iTunes, almost every platform.
Damn right, dude. Uh, our Mr. Mo Base. Before we sign off, is there
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
else you want to drop for the people? Any little last gem, dude? I definitely want to do a part two of this too, man, because
Okay.
this has been dope, bro.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I appreciate the time for real, and I appreciate what you're doing right now. For real,
Thank you,
keep
man.
doing what you're doing, man. No matter what anybody says or try to talk against you or try to put you down or anything like that, like just keep pushing forward, keep in your confidence and know what you're doing and know who you are and what you're doing it
Thank you, man.
for sure, for sure. But to say anything, man, um, know who you are and stand in who you are as a person, and that will transcend in your dance. You won't be solid in your dance if you're not solid as a person. If you don't know who you are or how you move as a person, you don't know how to move in dance. And don't bring your problems into dance. Like keep it dance. You can just keep it dance. Like, just keep it respectful. Respect the dance and respect each other. And it's East Coast. It's NY. You already know the deal. It's SSS. Shout out to my little homies, Hours, BX East Heights, and shout out to all my East Coast homies and my NYC family. Love all y'all. Wow. Boy.
There we go. Everybody watching at home, this has been the smoking section with Hour. Be ready for new music coming out. We'll definitely
Bow,
get
bow,
another
bow, bow,
podcast
bow.
in. Till
Facts.
next time.
Facts.
See y'all
All
out
right,
there.
bro.
All right, Hour.